Hi everyone, welcome back to the Retro Ghetto, and in this episode we're going to be taking a look at the updated version of the games room.
What you know about Retro Ghetto? Collecting and playing retro. Street Fighter on the Nintendo. I'm a veteran at this, not a pro. Lock into the Retro Ghetto. Come and have a look around in the ghetto. We got Sonic and Staples Settle. Lock into the Retro Ghetto.
Okay, so I've decided to give you guys an updated tour behind the scenes here at the Retro Ghetto and having a bit of a look around my games room. The reason being is, since my first game room tour, which was my first video on YouTube, which is about 3 or 4 months ago now. It's crazy, it seems like I've been doing this forever. There's been a lot of additions to the room and a lot of big additions, so quite a lot of things have had to move around in that time. And also, touch wood, we're moving house. Nothing's done until it's done, but fingers crossed we will be moving in and around the new year. So this will be the last time that you get to see this room as it is, before we take a new venture onto the Retro Ghetto Games Room Tour 2.0, which is something I'm really excited about. The missus thinks we're moving to expand the family, but really, we're moving to expand the games room, right? So I'm really looking forward to that. I'll probably document that as a mini-series, because I'm looking to put an extension on the existing room that I'm going to be using. So I think that'll be a really fun sub-video for you guys to get involved with. A little mini-series, if you will. And yeah, hopefully take you on the journey with me. But as I say, guys, that's all touch wood. Let's deal with the here and the now. I wanted to show you it, as I say, because it's the last time we're going to get a look at it. Also because I've had some big items, we've moved a lot around. And let's be honest, my first ever video, I didn't have any editing software whatsoever. Didn't really know what I was doing, so I think I can do a better job of it this time around. So without further ado, enjoy. Okay, so here we are, entering my man cave, aka the Retro Ghetto. Just to give you guys a very quick scan as you walk in the room. This is what you see, and I'll start with this side of the room. There hasn't been as many changes over here, and this is obviously the background that you're used to seeing if you watch my videos. The SNES collection, again, I've recently filmed a video on the SNES collection. That'll be nothing new to you. My PCS Ryu overlooking the room, sitting aloft the Bang & Olufsen MX4000, surrounded by Mezco and NECA, Tony Montana Scarface figures. And if you come across this way, it's the famous Street Fighter action figure shelf. We've been over capacity for way too long now. Actually got a large overflow section as well now. Even got a couple on the wall. So you make your way down from there. It's a 50-inch Sony TV. And I don't think I mentioned in the last room tour video that this was a custom made SNES controller table. I took the legs off it so I could just sit it on top of my cabinet just to fit it in this room. But I've still got the legs, and I'm hoping to use that in Retro Ghetto 2.0. And down here I've got some pixel art Mario Kart that I made myself. You can't see them all because it's kind of blocked off. Soundbar, nice to have in all the wires. Here's my recently completed Mezco Reservoir Dog set. They're not going to live there. I don't like things encroaching on my television view. They're just there for now because I've got nowhere to put them. Switch dock, 18-inch NECA Kratos. Love that toy. And then it makes its way across to the goodness that is 16-bit. Wow, right on cue. Getting attacked by Fei Long. This is why we know there's too many figures on this shelf when they randomly fall off. Okay, so what I'll do quickly is just quickly fly through my Mega Drive collection. It's not a huge collection. I've got most of the titles I wanted, and that spans down to here as well, the blue box games. And then above that, we've got the more expensive SNES. Under the MX4000, Bang & Olufsen 21-inch CRT. We've got my SNES Mini, Mega Drive Mini. Some random overflow figures, Pulp Fiction, Dark Knight Rises, etc. Don Corleone in the back, and then PS1, PlayStation Mini, Rob Chilling with Kratos down at the bottom. Apologies if you can hear any feral kids. I think it's half term and they're out in the neighbour's garden. Okay, again, you've seen this on the SNES collection video. If you haven't, take a look at that. There's the SNES shelves in their entirety with my Kid Robot Street Fighter collection above that. My OG SNES sign, perfectly placed there. Arcade 1-Up Pac-Man. Again, a lot of people have got things to say about arcade 1-Up machines, but for me, a game like Pac-Man, I never get bored of it, and if I've just got 10 minutes to myself, I love to just jump in here and have a blast on that, see if I can beat my record score. Got my large Dark Knight Rises Batman there. Again, you'll have seen this on my promo items. My first Grand Theft Auto San Andreas standee. My Mezco hip hop figures. Biggie, Run DMC. Big Boys Toys. Ken and Ryu. I'd like to add some more of them, but they're so expensive. It's hard to find them at a good price. A few Street Fighter minifigures and just some random shit. This is the figure graveyard. This is where they go when they're awaiting getting glued. Probably from falling off the shelf, as you've just seen. And then one of the big moves, sorry, there's my Pac-Man line. One of the big moves from the last video is the kiosk. What about the cushions? Yeah, the kiosk's been moved over here. As I've said, I've tried to make it all about playability now rather than just a look. I want it for the comfort and I want everything to be accessible. So if we fly across the top, the number one in my top 10 promo items was my original OG 1990 Nintendo sign. In the window ledge, got a Mario, a couple of vintage Marios, some of my talking Pulp Fiction figures there, having a coffee. And then yeah, so the elephant in the room is the sofa. It looks a bit weird because it is at an angle, but what I've done is I've separated the room into two sections. This section is where all the changes have happened. So I've got my life-size Link, still missing the shield. He's had to switch corners. And then over here, in front of Master Chief, got the Capcom Home Arcade, Big Boys Toys Ryu, and then some Kid Robot, Ryu, and Mega Man. Under that, you've got my Wii U set. I'm trying to go for a full set. I think I'm about 90 odd in. So I think I'm just about halfway, if not over halfway. The Wii games, very modest. John Wick chilling, looking for his dog. One of the big additions since the last tour is how many games I've added to my PS1 set. I said I wanted to step my PS1 collection up, and I think I've done that over the past few months, and I've also added a Dreamcast, very meagre collection on the end. Down here is just overflow, retro gamers and stuff from previous pickups that I've just not had a chance to unbox yet, or not had room. There's the other Grand Theft Auto San Andreas standee in that corner. Link's swords over there, just haven't got the space or the height to put that in. The OG 1994 PlayStation store display light. Sackboy Kratos. A couple of God of War PS3 controllers, because why not? I tried to put most of my PlayStation game, bar PlayStation 1, under the sign. And again, apologies if you can hear the neighbours' kids. They are feral. Okay, it says PlayStation 4, going into PlayStation 3, and PlayStation 2. Then at the bottom, Xbox 360. And another one of my bigger additions is GameCube. I had literally no games on my last tour. So I've added a few. Then there's some random stuff there, and some stuff that will be on my next pickups video. The reason it's down there is because one of my pet hates is that I hate having to put games there. And as you can see, space is already at a premium. So it's been tempting to do it, but I hate doing that. So they can live there for now. A couple of big box things there. And right, this is one of the big changes, guys. So I'm sitting on my sofa now, and this is my new view. I've managed to get my Bang & Olufsen 32-inch Avant DVD in. I've got the generation of system hooked up to it that I want. So I've got GameCube, Dreamcast, PlayStation 2. And I love this thing, guys. So I was happy to make room for this TV. My beloved Marvel vs. Capcom stand here, love that. Going into Streets of Rage, my Ryu. And I finally got my God of War shield on the wall. So I was happy to get that up in there and it filled the last space I had. The Mario mini standees. And the new God of War standee there. Now what I'll do is I'll show you what it looks like at night. Okay, so as you can see, there was some changes. I hope you guys enjoyed it. What I would say is, the changes I've made have not been necessarily for aesthetic purposes, but more for my enjoyment, for me to enjoy it as a room, more for comfort. I appreciate that a sofa diagonally across the room might look a bit odd, but it allows me a perfect viewing angle of both my Bang & Olufsen for the retro and my Sony for my modern gaming and entertainment, really. So yeah, I've really sort of focused more on enjoying the room rather than just what it looks like. And these are the results of that. Thank you very much everybody that's watched this video. Next week's video is one that I think this channel was made for. It's something I've had in the back of my mind since I began, really. I've put a lot of work into it. The money's already being spent, the research is already being done, like a proper YouTuber. So please hit the subscribe button. Make sure you check in next week. And as always, keep it retro. And I'll see you then. Bye.
Retro Ghetto.